Yeah, there is debris on the road here, and crews are working to clear some of that, but I want to show you where we are right now. We're across the street here from the Golden Nugget. There was a sign here that says, sorry, we're closed due to Hurricane Nate, but that doesn't begin to tell the story because inside of this hotel, there's still water. There's still water pooling. We can't exactly get to that area right now, but we saw some of that gushing in yesterday. It was about 4 to 5 feet of water in that hotel, and then also I want to show you, on this same plane here is Margaritaville, and just behind that is the beach there. So yesterday when this surge came in, that hotel here, the Golden Nugget, was affected. There you go. There you are with the sign just saying that it was closed. But again, like I said, there was video and there's still water up to the entrance of that lobby inside. So it's unclear how long it's going to take to remove some of that water, but we know it was closed. And I especially know that it was closed because we were in the Beau Rivage and they told us we had to leave. All of this right here along this strip here of Beach Boulevard is in a low-lying area, and you found out why yesterday when that water came in. As for the conditions out here, it's still pretty windy, and that's picking up some of the debris, but I should show you the debris. If we can walk over here. There's still some of the things like a pallet right here, and some of the debris that really came from the beach. It even moved this trash can over here. We're not certain where this came from, but all this area yesterday was covered in water. There's video of that we saw from the city of Biloxi as they were driving down this area from emergency crews, that this was not a really passable area, but crews are working on picking up some of this, and they're working, the crews at the hotel here, they're working to clean up some of that water, get it moving. As far as we can tell, it does look like some of the power is out in this area, and as we understand, there are crews working to get that to turn back on, but really the devastating thing is for some of these casinos to take on that water, because it's going to mean that they're going to be closed for some duration. It's just interesting to note here that the Golden Nugget still has that water here, and so much of that wind right now just pushing that water around in this parking lot. And I should mention too, when we were coming up here, we did see something as like a boat that was actually just stuck on that beach here. So it kind of gives you an idea of how strong that surge was yesterday, how much it was pushing that water over here. But at this point, it looks like it's some good news that much of this water has backed off. So we're going to try to check in with some of the folks around here, and we'll have another update coming up for you shortly.
Jacqueline, did you say you were staying at the Beau Rivage and they made you leave? Where'd you go?
Well, we had to check around to see what was available. We were initially going to go to a hotel across the street, but they were talking about this 9-foot surge. It didn't look like it actually became 9 feet, maybe in some places, but some of these areas, when I was checking in the last updates, it was about 4 to 5 feet, but it stuck around, and that was after the surge came onto the shore here. And then, so I should say, we ended up going to a hotel maybe 3 miles away, just to be clear, but it wasn't an issue traveling around, even yesterday in advance of that storm. They had that curfew in effect, so I think that's really helped out folks to stay safe and for the responders to get back and forth. But that is a curfew that started yesterday from 7, and will go on until 9 a.m. right now. So that was the situation with us. I don't know what other folks did. I know that we saw some of the same people moving from hotel to hotel, but they really did do a good job in clearing this out. I know that was tough for them.
Yeah, and I know when the sun comes up, you'll be able to see damage more clearly. But have you heard of any damages to homes through flooding or wind?
I was checking on that too, and and the gentleman that I was speaking with, he was in an area called Fort Bayou, and he sent some pictures to me of the pier in that area, and the water came up, but again, it wasn't quite the 9 feet, I think, in that area, so it came up close to homes, and he just didn't tell me that there were any homes that took on the water, and yesterday we spent all that time over there at one of the sandbag stations, so people definitely were trying to prepare for this and that might have helped. Maybe some of that water did get pretty close or, near their home, but because of the preparations they put in place, I have not heard of any, and I've been checking on the city sites, and I haven't heard of any injuries or anything like that. It's a little early for that. We're going to have to try to check it back in with officials at this point. My last attempt, though, we have not heard anything at this point.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We'll be checking back with you, Jacqueline.